topic for today's panel is about diagnostics and specifically about the impact of diagnostics on the premium channel. And obviously, as we look at diagnostics, they are an important first step in driving a good outcome after cataract surgery. And as we know, patients undergoing cataract surgery have expectations that are higher than ever. They're approaching cataract surgery demanding outcomes that are closer than those that we see traditionally associated with refractive surgery. However, as we know, reality paints a slightly different picture. As while in refractive surgery, we can consistently deliver outcomes within plus or minus a half a diopter of the target refraction in patients, in 9 out of 10 patients consistently. The same cannot be said about cataract surgery, where different data shows that that plus or minus half a diopter is in about 6 to 7 out of 10 patients. And so the question, really the big issue is the fact that this gap between reality and expectations is ultimately having a negative impact on surgeons' confidence to recommend advanced technology offerings like premium IOLs. And ultimately, as you look at confidence or lack thereof, it is one of the key barriers that is keeping the premium channel from fully realizing its true benefit. So as we look at how do we positively impact the sources of refractive error and ultimately minimize variability across the entire procedure, it's clear that we don't have a silver bullet, as sources of refractive error occur at different parts of the procedure, whether it's in the clinic, whether it's in the pre-op area during marking, for example, or whether it's during surgery. We need a holistic approach that provides an end-to-end solution that ultimately minimizes the variability that can be associated with cataract surgery. And that was the big idea, that was the big concept, quite frankly, that drove the development of the cataract refractive suite by Alcon, which was introduced right here in New Orleans a couple of AAOs ago. And the cataract refractive suite couples key diagnostic technology along with traditional OR technologies like Centurion Vision System, ASCRS lenses, and of course the LensX laser. And as you look at how we get to minimizing the variability, again, it's about delivering an end-to-end holistic approach to reduce variability. The Variant Vision System provides a system that can enable surgeons to image, plan, and guide the procedure from clinic into the OR. And quite frankly, as you look at those steps, they're not significantly different from what we're doing in refractive surgery, where we have an image-guided procedure, diagnostic-driven, that ultimately enables for outcomes that are in the range of 93 to 95% within plus or minus a half a diopter. And along the way, we also added a step of verification with the acquisition of WaveTech and the addition of the Aura with Verify system to the cataract refractive suite. And ultimately, that enables the surgeons, through intraoperative aberrometry, to take one final measurement for the first time of the true optical structures in the patient's eye that ultimately are responsible for driving that outcome. And this is an important step because it can help surgeons account for some of the variability that may still occur during the procedure, and ultimately can also account for some of the measurements that may not have been taken into account, like posterior corneal cylinder. These technologies are modular. They can be utilized individually as part of a OR offering or as a suite to work synergistically to drive that postoperative outcome. And the important point is that with Aura, we now have access to a database of over 500,000 procedures. They're enabling surgeons to load their postoperative outcomes back into this database, compare it to their pre-op plan, and ultimately get to the dynamic optimization that is continuing to deliver better planning case after case. But the key here, and the question of where we started is it really making a difference? Is it really making a difference in surgeon confidence? Is it really making a difference in improving postoperative outcomes? And while we're still very early in this process, we're beginning to collect data that is showing that we are beginning to approach that 9 out of 10 patients within plus or minus half a diopter. This is a big step forward versus the 60 to 70% of where we were before. And the other question then becomes, okay, if we're improving outcomes, are we positively impacting surgeon confidence? And as we look at AT-IOL penetration, advanced technology lens penetration, in accounts that have Aura or Varian, we see a positive impact in terms of growth versus accounts that do not have these technologies, clearly demonstrating that there is a higher level of confidence in being able to promise and deliver the refractive outcome. So in the end, where are we going next? I think the name of the game here is to utilize the diagnostic technologies to make it easy and predictable to deliver that refractive outcome. So as we look at future enhancements for the cataract refractive suite, we need to find ways to deliver simplified processes. We need to continue to drive integration, and ultimately we need to make it efficient. We need to make it very easy for surgeons to integrate these technologies in their day-to-day armamentarium. And we believe that doing so will ultimately increase the surgeon confidence and ultimately unlock the true potential of the premium channel. With that, I thank you and have a great rest of your meeting.